says anyway.
What's your just opening thoughts?
Glad to get out of here with a win. I thought that team really played hard, played spirited, and it was a heck of a ball game.
What was the thought process? Obviously, back that long field goal last week, I'm assuming that was kind of the same deal at the end of this first half.
That was, yeah. I mean, he has plenty of leg, and unfortunately, it didn't work out this time. But we trust Matt, and we're going to give him opportunities.
Can you talk about what leaders spoke up at halftime and after the pick six and what they said? Was it on the defensive side?
Everybody, yeah, everybody. We got a great group of vets. There was no panic. That's about as big a moment of adversity as you can face in an NFL football game. To have something like that happen right before the half, and guys didn't blink. Even when we went down 2 scores, guys didn't blink. So I was really proud of that effort.
Kliff, you've been sort of in Urban's position, first-time NFL coach, #1 pick. From your experience, what's the timetable for a rebuild, and what advice would you give him?
I mean, I would never try to give Urban Meyer advice himself. He's one of the great college coaches of all time, and you can tell they're on the right track. They're playing at a high level. Their quarterback is incredibly talented, very special, unique ability, and I see them progressing really quickly throughout the season.
But I mean, how long, from your experience, does it take to sort of switch your mindset from college to the NFL, learning the intricacies?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's you just got to grind at it every day. I'm still learning. We still have a bunch of bad play calls out there, mistakes logistically that I made, and you just try to learn each day.
How important is it to have guys like JJ or Bruto or AJ who can calm everybody down, who've seen a lot?
That's big. I mean, those guys, Chandler, JJ, Rodney Hudson, all those guys have played so much football that they don't blink in adverse situations. And we have some young, really ascending players that I think they've been a great influence on.
How would you describe your offensive performance today? You still get 30 points, 400 yards, but moved it at times.
Yeah, disjointed. I really, our third down plan wasn't very good. I think we started 0-6, had a couple third and ones there early that I'd like to have back. And then get the one where we thought we had a big play and it gets called back, and now you're in 3rd and 20 on the offensive PI. So I just thought it was disjointed. We got to be better on 3rd down.
Did that help keep you calm though? Because I mean, you were right there on almost all of those. It was okay. This is eventually going to break through.
I just know the type of weapons we have, so I knew we would be fine if we could just settle in and do what we do. That was huge. You could feel the momentum change on that play. We had our hands on balls earlier and weren't able to put them away, and that really changed everything. I think everybody felt like we had it in control after that moment.
It looks like you lost Justin Pugh on that. You turned with the back, and Murray was out too in the back, and obviously you guys cut Ryan Winters. First of all, explain why that decision was made, and how thin are you with guard right now?
Yeah, the Brian Winters situation is just one of those deals that didn't work out. And I thought Sean Harlow and Max Garcia stepped in and played at a really high level in the second half. We got it rolling offensively, and they're a big part of it.
Was it a tough decision to kick the 68-yarder? I know you said last week that you made the 62-yarder and could have been good for 70.
No, I mean, like I said, we're going to be aggressive, and he felt good about it in pregame, and it's just unfortunate that it worked out the way it did, but you got to give him credit. That was a tremendous run and tremendous play, and we got our shot to get him down, and we didn't do it.
Does your mind go back to Auburn, Alabama, or anything like that when you see him catch the ball?
No, that was a different situation. Into the game, huge game, all those postseason implications. So this was just, in the half, we faced some adversity and made it work.
Did he think that was his range today, despite being outdoors? And
Yeah, the ball carries in that stadium, talking to him and Coach Rogers, and so he felt confident if we get to the 50, we can give it a shot.
Your run game did well. Obviously, closed up the second half. Touchdown because of how important is that going to be moving forward?
We've got to continue to be consistent. Our record is really good when we run 25 plus times and are effective, so we just got to try and get that number and keep spreading the touches around.
Adding, over the last couple of years, just adding the different offense, but how much does that help? Like the first touchdown where Kyler's on a naked boot, just knowing that there's that many other options that the defense has to deal with.
It's huge. I mean, Steve Kimes has done a tremendous job of building this around him. Progress in each year so far, and when you add guys like AJ Green and DeAndre Hopkins and Rodney Hudson, that definitely makes my job easier calling plays.
Kliff, I think you guys know you can take it probably to another level with how you played last week and how you played the first 3 quarters.
What is it going to take to get there, and what do you think? What kind of team do you think you'll have?
Yeah, we got to improve quickly because next week we start division play the LA Rams, who are as good as anybody in the league, and they got it rolling. So we know we got to take a big step. We can't have the same type of costly mistakes we had today. And hopefully we'll have a good week of practice and see where it goes.